Hanzo is receiving an impossible, insane revamp. Let's get into it.
Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit with you, just the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit.
Yo guys, how's everyone doing? This is your guy Stats and Dave. Welcome back to the Foreign Famous family again. I think we're really stepping into the golden time for Mobile Legends in 2021. I mean, for later half of this year, we have MPL Brazil. We have the biggest community tournament for North America coming up end of this month right here in this channel. If you want to stay updated, make sure to join our Discord server with the link in description. And we have M3 coming up with North America representative going to the SEA and this time really fighting for a chance for the championship. Also, Moontown is really stepping up their game now, collaborating with Transformers. I mean, I'm not sure exactly which one I'm getting, but leave a comment down below and let me know which skin are you buying, or are you buying those skins at all? And with all this exciting stuff coming up, you know what turns me on the most? You know what I am most excited about? The Hanzo Revamp. The possible Hanzo Revamp that we needed to see for a long time, because Hanzo actually went through a lot of different phases when it came out. It was completely useless hero for a long period of time, and after I gave them some suggestions, the Hanzo need a revamp, needs a little buff. We did see Hanzo come to a golden phase, and then maybe become a little bit too strong. The developer decided to nerf him to the ground, and he become a mediocre at best kind of hero again. And now we're finally seeing another Hanzo revamp, possibly, that will make Hanzo one of the best heroes in the game, in my opinion. So today, I'm actually gonna go through the possible revamps with you guys, my discussion with the developers, so you guys get a little bit taste of what's upcoming. So for all those Hanzo lovers or Hanzo players out there, great news. And before we get into that great news, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and as a thank you, here is a picture of a cute dog. So you guys know me, I have always been submitting a lot of suggestions and hero changes, hero balances to the developers. Recently, I have not been active in doing that because I've been busy with a lot of other projects I'm currently working on. However, just this past weekend, I decided to spend a few hours again and actually send some ideas to the developers, and to my surprise, I got an immediate response regarding some of those suggestions, and one of them is Hanzo Revamp. The dev actually responded that the developer team recognized that Hanzo's a lot of bugs, a lot of problems, weaknesses, and they're looking to consider to adjust him one more time to really bring him to the light. So here are some of the stuff that we discussed. Number one is Hanzo's bug with skill 2. We all know that I've discussed many times actually in our videos, the Hanzo skill 2 will get bugged by Sylvanas ultimate, by Kufa's skill 2, and a lot of other stuff in the game. So all these bugs actually make Hanzo fairly weak or less favored among a lot of assassins because people simply didn't want to deal with those bugs. I mean, personally speaking, I was one of those person. I loved Hanzo. You guys know I was top global 5 Hanzo for a period of time, but I stopped playing it because all these bugs, I simply don't want to deal with them anymore. Now, developers recognize those and they're gonna fix it, so don't worry, it's upcoming. Another subject we discussed about Hanzo is about the blue buff. If you're a Hanzo player like me, you probably knew that Hanzo currently does not benefit from blue buff at all. Basically, if you get the blue buff, the only thing it gives you is probably 10% cooldown reduction, and that's it. It doesn't help you in any capacity because Hanzo uses energy similar to Ling, Hayabusa, or Fanny. But different from all those heroes I just mentioned, Hanzo, when he gets the blue buff, doesn't actually get any energy reduction when he uses his ultimate. So Hanzo still ran out his ultimate really quickly, and that is the only damage source, or at least the main damage source throughout the entire game. And Hanzo is so weak early game, on top of it, your energy gonna run out so fast, just make him extra weak. In fact, Hanzo early game, you just wanna try to use your ultimate to kinda KS or do a little bit of poke or clear wave or, you know, just clear jungle, try to steal lore, steal turtle, all that kind of good stuff. The possibility of Hanzo killing somebody in high elo in early game is almost non-existent. So I provided a suggestion where you really gotta fix the fact that Hanzo does not benefit anything from the blue buff and other assassins do. And the developer recognized that, so hopefully we can see something changes regarding that area where once Hanzo get the blue buff, maybe when you use ultimate, your energy depletion speed become 50% of what it was. So you can actually use your ultimate to roam around for a long period of time and just farm or, you know, kill enemy because that's your main damage source. The third aspect that we discussed regarding Hanzo is his ultimate. When Hanzo uses ultimate, his body just becomes way too weak, which makes him just completely vulnerable to every single assassins or every single hero in the game. I mean, I even made a video showing that when Hanzo uses ultimate, his body doesn't become a recognizable target in the game anymore. If Ling was hitting the Hanzo's body under tower with a lot of minions around, the tower won't even defend Hanzo. So when you use your ultimate under tower, you're not even protected in that capacity, which is just doesn't make any sense. So the body is just way too weak, and any assassins are stronger than Hanzo at this point, or more meta than Hanzo at this point, even Karina, which makes it really, really sad. So I suggested that we should add a defensive mechanism for Hanzo's ultimate, where when his ultimate shadow leaves his body, or when the shadow comes back to his body, you should provide Hanzo a shield, or a little knockup to the enemies around him. Something like that, where when somebody get close to him, you can use your ultimate to try to get away, to add a little bit of protection mechanism. Now, all that being said, I did not suggest the developer upgrading his damage that much because I think the current Hanzo damage is okay. What really needed to be changed is his mechanic, right? Without upgrading his damage, just by simply getting a little bit of a buff on the blue buff or giving a little buff to the ultimate, Hanzo can become, once again, one of the most popular assassins or meta assassins in the entire game. And that's something we want to see, right? We want to see more assassins coming to the table instead of just seeing Ling or seeing Saber Beam Ben or Hayabusa, all those heroes all the time. And that's everything that we discussed regarding the possible Hanzo revamps in the future. I mean, it's probably coming in a few months, so don't hold your breath for it, but it's definitely coming. I'm really, really excited about it. So what do you guys think about a revamp? Or what kind of suggestions do you have to give to developers going forward to really make Hanzo the meta heroes in the game? Or what other heroes do you think the developer really should change? For example, Hanabi. Now, we also discussed some possible item changes as well. Now, before we continue, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell on to all notification bells if you want to join the coolest, greatest, and baddest family in Mobile Legends. And remember to re-download your Mobile Legends with the link in description for 20% extra diamonds. Also, if you'd like to watch me in real life sharing some incredible mukbang experiences, make sure to subscribe to my new mukbang channel, Dave and Cici, with the link in description. So the last aspect I discussed with the developer over this past weekend is actually regarding the item Twilight Armor. There are a lot of design elements regarding Twilight Armor that I currently do not like, and I'm going to explain all that to you right here. So basically, Twilight Armor is an item that helps reduce the critical damage in the game. Basically, burst damage, huge chunk of burst damage from Granger or even Layla, Clint, all those marksmen who deal massive amount of burst damage in late game. Twilight Armor is the item that helps you reduce some of that, right? Now, I told the developer the idea and the direction of this item is definitely correct, but the problem with Twilight Armor is it's called Twilight Armor, but it doesn't really give you any armor. The build path of the item has a mana crystal, have a lot of other stuff, and none of which give you armor, which make no sense because most tank hero in the game do not require a lot of mana. Maybe you're talking about Hylos, but you can't simply design one item for one hero. Now you might say, what about silent fighters? Can they use this item? Yes, they can. For example, you're talking about some mages like Alice, Esmeralda, or even Lunok sometimes. I mean, they can benefit from this item, but a lot of other heroes really can't, and those heroes desperately need this item as well. For example, we're talking about basically every single major tank heroes in the game, the Boxia, the Jawhead, the Grok, all of them. What if they meet somebody that really does a lot of crit damage? What kind of item can they build to kind of nullify that? They can't. They don't really have anything. And if they want to build Twilight Armor, the current situation is really a dilemma right now. Like, do you buy this useless components to get this item just for the passive, and then a lot of other attributes really doesn't really help you? Or do you just not buy this item and get hit and get critical strike and die? So there are a lot of conflicting thoughts going to this item. So I suggest the developers to change this item as well. What do you guys think? Again, leave a comment down below. That's basically all I want to share with you guys today. With that, the Sudden Dave signing off. See you guys next time. Bye now.
Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit with you, just the thrill of it.